love is today, tomorrow, and always. With that love and that togetherness, you had a cohesiveness. And I don't know how you have it without love. Oh, the people, I love the people. First of all, the staff, the board, the foster parents, the clients, everybody I love. What I liked most that Francis said, we. And that we, I kept that in my mind the whole time I was at Children's Day. That's the way it was. We did things together and we cared for each other and it worked. That cohesiveness, you don't have a good staff and a good agency without it. And I don't know how you have it without love. So love was so prominent all during my administration. In 1972, you saw the copy of the annual report that we wrote that love is today, tomorrow, and always. There were some really surprising and fun things that happened along the way. One Christmas, I got a telephone call from Milton Bradley Toy Company saying that Carol Burnett wanted to give toys to our children at Christmas. Would we accept them? And I could just see Children's Aid endorses Milton Bradley toys all over the place. So I called the board member right quick and I said, what about this? He said, oh, it's legal, it's good. I've seen it on TV myself. And call them back and tell them, yes, we'll take whatever they give us. And they sent us 2,000 toys, games and toys. Well, the United Way building sort of gave us the basement and a helper to unpack those as they came. And we had fun sharing them with we shared them with 46 agencies. So we made a scrapbook, which we sent to Carol Burnett. And guess what happened? The next year, Milton Bradley called and said, this has never happened before, but Carol Burnett wants a second time with your agency. And I said, okay, we'll go for another 2,000. I have to give full credit to the former director, the one I succeeded, who wanted homemaker service, which was so badly needed in working with children in their own homes, and that was what we were stressing then, as they are now. In fact, that's the title that they're working under now, strengthen the children's families. So we worked on trying to do something, because there's always that money problem. And we were beginning to see it, but it was really through Margaret Millsap's and Will Holmes' determination that program should be. So many people benefited from it. And Margaret Millsap became so interested in Children's Aid that she was laid on the board herself. Adoption had become always one of the services of Children's Aid, but for a long time we felt that children should be placed outside the county where their parents or where they were born, and we worked cooperatively with the State Department. Well, we finally got the light that, you know, we might be able to do this ourselves right here, and we did. And we stressed the fact that there were some children that seemed unadoptable that were really adoptable. And this was a biggie. Getting ready for the Child Welfare League of America. Every 5 years we had reaccreditation. And the girls, when they were looking through this, saw a little thing where I had put on the bulletin board and said, as soon as it's over, I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. Don't anybody stop me. I think that was probably the greatest. And then getting the annual report done and the meetings for the annual meetings. We worked hard on the programs and making the annual report, and you saw none of the reports were very sophisticated looking, but I'll guarantee you the material in there was sophisticated. First of all, look at the achievements of the past, of yesterday's achievements, and blend them in with today's actions to help make the goals for the future of the agency. In other words, don't be afraid of something new. Keep up with the current activities that are going on in child welfare, and never let children's aid be behind in any of these. In other words, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Keep the good. To keep children's aid stirring, we must still continue. And that reminds me of another little personal story. And this was 1992 or 94. And Marcia was invited to come to speak at the annual meeting. And so Marcia asked her grandmother one day, "How do you make such good tea?" And she said, "I'll tell you. First you get a lot of warm water and mix that with sugar. And then you stir. It's not the sugar and it's not the warm water and the tea that makes the tea good, it's the stirring." And she said, "That's what I want us to do in Alabama, is stir, keep stirring for the children." A house. That's what we want. We've been from pillar to post and we've managed nicely, but we want to grow some more, and we want more room for ourselves. And that is, I think, the dream that many of us have. Let's get that house.